We have done most of the speeches, and we are almost done. So we are going to take the shortest time, because we cannot dance ourselves then before the actual dance. And now, because the leader of this program is here, wabao sasa nitawaita, itakuwa ni haraka haraka, tumalizie in the next 20 minutes ndio tupe program kwa kanisa. Wakati huu kuna area MCA nilikuwa nimwambia hapo hapa, Daktari Isaiah Bogo, this is your time. You come and welcome the Archbishop Kirinyaga, and specifically to this ward. Na muje pamoja na Bosco. Na tafadhali tusiongee mambo ya siasa. Ile siasa tutakubali hapa ni kutuambia tukae kumi mtu chome. Tuendelee na kuchoma. Au sio? Lakini utafanya hapa kanisa. Dr. Isaac.
Asante sana. Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. Muriena. Mimi ndio mmesikia nikiitwa area MCA. My name is Dr. Isaiah Muridi Mbogo. Hapa wananiita Aizo. I'm happy to see the Archbishop. Karibu sana na asante. Nimeishi kukuona kwa TV kutoka nikiwa kijana mdogo. Kwa hivyo wakati umefika nimeamuka. Feel welcome. This is Kirinyaga County. This is Port Kabare Ward. Mimi ndio walipatia kazi ya kuwa MCA wao na wawakilisha pale kwa bunge ya Kirinyaga. Sina mengi ya kusema ila ni kutoa rambirambi zangu. Jana tulikuwa hapa kwa maombolezi, and the main reason I'm here ni kwa sababu Mr. Nduku comes from my ward, na pia alikuwa mwalimu kwa ile shule nilisomea. With your permission, Archbishop, I would wish to request the Baricho fraternity, kama mko hapa muinua mkono hivi. That is the Baricho fraternity. That is where I happened to go to school. Nilikuwa mwanafunzi hapo penye Mr. Luku alikuwa anafunza. They did a good job. Wakanifunza. Nikamaliza shule huko Form 4, and I happened to pass well in the exams. Nilikuwa the top candidate kwa Kirinyaga County wakati nilifanya my KCSE, and I wish to thank them for the great job they have done. Na Mr. Nduku pia, in his resting place, we want him to feel appreciated for the great lives they have touched. Nimeomba tu mniruhusu nitumie lugha tofauti, because we understand sio kila mtu hapa anasikia Kikuyu, na unasikia nimekanywa siasa. Nikiongea Kikuyu nitaenda straight kwa siasa. Nastai kufanya hivyo. Niseme it is a good job teachers do, and it is a good job all the pastors have done. We want to really appreciate you kwa kusimama na mmoja wenu. This is the biggest show of unity, the biggest show of brotherhood I have seen. Mmesafiri na Mr. Nduku to his last day, supported his family, na najua hii haitakuwa mwisho. He has left behind a family which I believe is a church you're going to support, na sisi pia huku tutakuwa na wao. Mimi kitu nitasema ni moja tu. Jana nilisema hivi vinyi huwa mnaona every time kuna maombolezi ama mazishi, we come together to support and to bid farewell to one of us. I would wish to send a call to all of us as a country, as a nation, and as a people. Tushikane hivyo, we support each other, we support the regime, na ndio maana tuweze kusonga mbele. And I believe ikiwa hivyo, we all have accomplished ile kitu tunataka ku accomplish as a nation. Otherwise, asanteni sana. Thank you to the MC for granting me this chance. Archbishop, feel welcome. Tunakupenda sana, na maybe siku moja ukitu invite kwa kanisa yako tutakuja, ndio tuache kukuoneanga kwa TV, tukuone hapo live na utupatie kiti hapo mbele. Otherwise, asanteni sana. I wish to welcome one friend of mine who is also a colleague, He's an MCA kwa bunge yetu, anawakilisha vijana, rafiki yangu and a colleague. You welcome Honorable Bosco.
Now maybe before you give the mic, unajua kuna watu wengi sana wanauliza Dr. Isaac ni ni doctor ama ni kujiita tu. Tuambie kama wewe ni daktari wa mifugo, wa watu ama ni daktari wa PhD. Sikia hapo ni daktari. Tafadhali ungesema hiyo.
Na ruhusa ya Bishop nitasema I'm a human doctor. Right now I'm pursuing my masters at the University of Nairobi, doing internal medicine, specializing in something called oncology. Hiyo ni mambo ya kudeal na cancer. So wakati sipigi siasa na kuanga pale Kenyatta Hospital nikisoma na nikitibu watu. Asanteni.
Thank you for that. Kwa makofi yake. Kijana mdogo amesomea Baricho akakuwa daktari. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria wewe ni daktari wa miti saba, lakini sasa nimeona ni daktari wa kawaida. Haya, tuendelee.
Bwana asifiwe. Mimi nafikiria sina mambo mengi sana. Mimi ni mwalimu. Sabron was my friend in Mutogo. Nilikuwa nafunza Karumande Boys. So I'm a teacher by profession. Na nimekuja kupeana rambirambi zangu. Kishangi Bosco. I'm nominated representing the youth. Na mimi ningetaka kuomba kitu moja tu kwa kanisa. Vijana, we are representing the youth, but this generation we have a sick generation that needs a lot of treatment, maybe from the church. Na kama kanisa na wazazi, I happened to meet vijana wakati wa holiday. Nikawauliza kwa nini hawaendagi kanisa. One of them told me, wakienda kanisa, unajua ni watu wakamnyweshwa, wanakunywanga kitu. Pastor anawaambia waache pombe. So mimi kanisa, huyo kijana aliniambia kuacha pombe anaweza acha, but alikuwa anaomba huyo pastor ampe time ili aache nini, but the pastor insisted yeye aache pombe ili ashiriki katika hiyo kanisa. So mimi ndaomba kanisa, vijana wakikuja kanisa, akikuomba kitu, give them time because them to heal. Again, the issues of drugs tutasaidiwa na wazazi na kanisa pia. Wakati kijana amekuja kanisa, pastor kama hana pesa ya kufanya harusi, achana na yeye. Those are the complaints they have. Na sisi kama vijana, we in a different generation from our parents, na tungetaka vijana waelekezwe kwa utaratibu ambapo wasikize. There is no communication. Ndio maana unaona kuna vita mingi sana za kinyumbani. Hawa vijana wanataka kuongeleshwa, wapewe nafasi waseme mambo ambayo inawasubua, and by that kuwa na generation vijana ambayo imekomaa. So kwa familia, poreni sana. The Baricho fraternity, poreni, and I hope God will comfort you and give you for the loss of mwalimu. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Asante sana Bosco. Bosco tulikuwa tuna coach na yeye rugby. Alikuwa na rugby ya Karumande, mimi na ya Kaboto. Atawapia sasa kutupiga hata siku moja. Ni ukweli kutupiga. Sasa hii wakati ninataka ku-invite walimu wa music, the person speaking on behalf, na msichukue muda tafadhali. Hapo unafuatwa kwa unyo na Manja you represent the teachers from Kirinyaga West. Kutoka hapo tuende kwa Kupet, kumalizie na Baricho Boys. Sasa ndio tupeane program kwa wachungaji, si ndio? So you take the shortest possible kutoka hapa. Otherwise I don't want to embarrass anybody in front of the Archbishop.
Kwa heshima kubwa naomba wote wa muziki, if you're in music, kindly come. Our Archbishop, the bishops present, pastors and reverends, members of the clergy, walimu wenzangu na kanisa hili letu la Bwana Nduku. Good afternoon. Naomba mniruhusu kutumia lugha ya Kiswahili, wakati mwingine Kiingereza, because as teachers tumezoea kusema kwa the two languages here and there nitokogeria hii kuga na Gikuyu, but allow us to use the language we are comfortable in. My name is Agnes Mwangi, the chairperson of music in Kirinyaga County and also the chairperson in Central Region. Allow me, Wana MC, to just introduce a few individuals, the officials that we work with in music, because the late Edward Kabia, as we fondly call him, was a member, he was an official of Kirinyaga West Music, he was our vice secretary. Na kwa hivyo, today we are joined by Madam Elizabeth Kiburu. You can raise your hand. She is our regional secretary, all the way from Thika, na tunashukuru amefika nasi. We have our vice chair in Kirinyaga County, Madam Bilha, principal wa Dodoma. We have our treasurer, Mr. Gishangi, the principal of Rohie Secondary School. I have Mr. Mwangi, who is our secretary, mwalimu wa Kirinyaga Boys. Niko na Grace, who has been our treasurer for music as we were organizing to give our colleague a decent send-off. Ni mwalimu wa Kiamuroga Secondary School. Wengine ambao labda wamesahaulika najua wako. As I prepare to read a message of condolence, we also have a presentation. Now we are going to be very, very fast so that we score an A. It will be wrong for teachers to score a C. It is going to be wrong. Na naambiwa kwamba tutaimba only 2 verses. But before we do, allow me to read a message of condolence on behalf of Kirinyaga County, and also I have been sent by the Executive Secretary Kenya Music Festival, Madam Janet Langat, who is working at Jogoo House. She was not able to come because they have a function like this one. They lost one of their colleagues, and she asked me to present her message on her behalf. So I'll read the 2 messages back to back. Dear family and friends of the late Edward Luku Kabia, we are gathered here today to lay to rest a man who impacted our lives in many different ways. The late Edward Luku Kabia was the Kirinyaga West Music Vice Secretary after being elected and opposed in March 2023. Before being transferred to Kirinyaga West, Mr. Kabia, as we fondly call him, was the Kirinyaga Central Music Vice Secretary for 5 years. The late Edward Kabia was a trainer of Kiswahili elocution, that is Mashairi and public speaking, and trained quality items that competed favorably at the Kenya Music Festival. The items always reached the national level. Besides being a trainer, Kabia was a trained adjudicator of Kiswahili elocution and other African languages. He adjudicated various levels, including the sub-county and county levels of the music festival. The late Kabia was greatly involved in the planning and management of the Kenya Music Festival from the sub-county to the national level. He served in various capacities such as team marshal, hall manager, hall steward, disciplinarian, among his others. Any role that Mr. Kabia was allocated, he performed it with a lot of diligence. He was a great team player and was not one to stand by and watch anything go wrong, whether it was in his docket or not. He would always fill the gap. In 2022, after resumption of the co-curricular activities following the COVID-19 pandemic, the music festival was mostly held during weekends, including Sundays. This made it difficult for teachers and students to attend Sunday church service. Mr. Kabia stepped in and became our Kirinyaga Music Festival pastor, a role he took up gladly and with a lot of dedication. The word he shared was always fresh and relevant to both the students and the teachers. The late Mr. Kabia was a person who radiated joy wherever he went. This made working with him quite easy. There was never a dull moment with Mr. Kabia. He would always leave us in stitches. He also exuded positivity, and no one would ever bring him down. Likewise, he always made it his duty to uplift others. This is what made him quite unique. Allow us to continue with our business. Unajua sisi huwa tunaimba tukiwa na voices hivyo ndivyo tunafanya. Kwa hivyo usidhani kwamba hatuko pamoja, wanajipanga wale wa alto, soprano, tenor and bass, so that as we present we sound like music. Mr. Kabia was a great servant of the Lord. He constantly sent us in the music fraternity, encouraging scriptures and Bible expositions that resonated with the individual circumstance and situation. Surely the Holy Spirit was working in him. Indeed, even hours before his demise, he sent colleagues a word for 2024. This showed his commitment to serving God and ensuring that God's people were well spiritually nourished. As we bid farewell to him, let us draw strength in the fact that Mr. Kabea has only gone ahead of us, for this is the only way destined for man to reach and be with his Maker. Our message to Mr. Kabea's family is, may the God of all comfort be with you this time and forevermore. As the Kenya Music Festival fraternity, we have lost a leader, a friend, a counselor, a brother, a father, and a dedicated worker. We shall miss your hearty laughter, Kabea. We shall miss you. Your memories will forever be engraved in our hearts. Go well, Mr. Kabea. Like Paul, you have fought the good fight, you have finished the race, you have kept the faith. May your soul rest in perfect peace. With love and acceptance of God's will, Agnes Mwangi. Very quickly, nitasoma message ya our Executive Secretary, Kenya Music Festival. Dear family and friends of Mr. Edward Kabea, today, as we bid farewell to Mr. Kabea, we are reminded of the profound impact he had on each and every one of us. He was not just a trainer in the Kenya Music Festival, but a teacher, a pastor, and a motivational speaker. He was a beacon of light, a source of unwavering love, and a wellspring of wisdom and humor. I saw this while he worked with us in Nyeri during the last year's festival. I posted Mr. Kabea to Roll 7, and he worked so well with my team, and I received a very positive report about him. Rest in peace, dear Kabea. His presence in our lives brought a warmth that is irreplaceable and a joy that will be deeply missed. Mr. Kabea touched our souls with his humility, humor, and his understanding about issues of life. He enlightened our minds with his teachings, nourished our spirits with his sermons, and uplifted our hearts with his motivational words. His friendship knew no bounds, and his love knew no limits. His laughter echoed through our memories, and his kindness resonated in every life he touched. As we gather to honor and remember him, let us take solace in the knowledge that he now rests in the embrace of the Lord. In this time of sorrow, let us draw strength from the words of Psalm 23, verse 4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff will comfort me. Mr. Kabea, we love you, and we will carry your spirit with us always. Your legacy will continue to inspire us, and your memory will live on in the countless lives you have impacted. May you find eternal peace in the arms of God, knowing that you will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Fare thee well, dear Mr. Kabea, until we meet again. With deepest love and respect, Janet Langat, Executive Secretary, Kenya Music Festival. I now hand you over to our choir director, Bwana Mwangi.
Thank you. When peace like a river, we are doing 2 stanzas to honor our musician. Thank you, karibuni.
Thank you, the team.